Reggie Wayne and Hines Ward played wide receiver like they had received completely different job descriptions. Wayne was the route running surgeon, smooth releases, precise cuts, late hands, and an almost supernatural ability to appear along the sideline with both feet down. Ward? Ward caught passes, ran the occasional reverse, blocked linebackers, and treated defensive backs like they had personally insulted his family. Both played 14 NFL seasons. Both spent their entire playing careers with one franchise. Both caught at least 1,000 passes. Both won a Super Bowl. And both have strong Hall of Fame arguments. But when we compare their production, peak, accolades, team success, longevity, and legacy, who actually had the better career? The numbers tell part of the story. The context tells the rest. Reggie Wayne versus Hines Ward. Let's settle it. Reggie Wayne entered the NFL as the 30th pick in the 2001 draft, joining Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, and an Indianapolis offense that was about to become the football version of an honors-level group project. At first, Wayne was clearly the second receiver behind Harrison, but he gradually developed into one of the league's most technically complete players. When Harrison declined, Wayne did not disappear with him. He became Indianapolis' number one receiver and continued producing throughout coaching changes, quarterback changes, and eventually an entire new era with Andrew Luck. Hines Ward took a different route. He was a third-round pick in 1998 after playing wide receiver, running back, and even quarterback at Georgia. Pittsburgh then used first-round picks on receivers Troy Edwards and Plaxico Burress in consecutive drafts. Ward responded by outlasting everybody and becoming the most productive receiver in Steelers history. He was not especially tall. He was not especially fast. He simply got open, caught nearly everything near him, and blocked like the coaching staff had promised him $5 for every defensive player he put on the ground. These were two very different receivers. Let's look at the scoreboard. Category 1, production. Reggie Wayne finished with 1,070 receptions, 14,345 receiving yards, and 82 touchdowns. Hines Ward finished with exactly 1,000 catches, 12,083 yards, and 85 touchdowns. So Ward holds a 3-touchdown advantage. Wayne leads by 70 receptions and 2,262 yards. That yardage gap is not small. It is basically 2 additional 1,100-yard seasons sitting between them. Wayne also averaged 13.4 yards per reception compared with Ward's 12.1 and 68 receiving yards per game compared with 55.7. But the offensive context matters. Wayne spent most of his career catching passes from Peyton Manning inside a dome, playing in an offense especially constructed to throw the football efficiently. Ward played for the Steelers teams that were often built around defense, field position, and the running game. During his early prime, his quarterbacks included Cordell Stewart and Tommy Maddox, not exactly the same experience as receiving passes from a first-ballot Hall of Famer every Sunday. That does not mean Wayne's production was manufactured. Playing with Manning created opportunities, but it also required Wayne to master a demanding offense and consistently read defenses the same way his quarterback did. Ward deserves credit for producing in a less favorable passing environment. He was also a more valuable runner and dramatically better blocker. But this category is production, and Wayne created significantly more receiving value over the course of his career. Production goes to Reggie Wayne. Wayne leads one category to 0. For peak, we are using the best 3-year period. For Wayne, that is 2007 through 2009. During those seasons, he caught 286 passes for nearly 4,000 yards and 26 touchdowns. Ward's best 3-year stretch came from 01 to 03. He caught 301 passes for almost 3,500 yards and, just like Wayne, 26 touchdowns. Ward caught 15 more passes. The touchdowns are tied. Wayne produced 424 more yards and nearly 2 additional yards every time he caught the ball. The best individual season also belongs to Wayne. In 2007, he caught 104 passes for a league-leading 1,510 yards and 10 touchdowns. And this was not some quiet receiving title where every elite player took the year off. Randy Moss scored 23 touchdowns, Terrell Owens was dominating in Dallas, Larry Fitzgerald, Chad Johnson, and Braylon Edwards were all near their peaks. Wayne still led the entire league in receiving yards. Ward's strongest season was 2002, 112 catches, 1,329 yards, and 12 touchdowns. That season gives Ward an excellent argument. He was the larger focal point of a Pittsburgh's passing game, and he produced those numbers with Tommy Maddox and Cordell Stewart at quarterback. Wayne had the better environment. Ward carried more of the offensive burden. But Wayne's peak generated more yardage, equal touchdown production, and the matchup's best individual season. It is competitive, but there still has to be a winner. The peak goes to Reggie Wayne. Wayne now leads 2 categories to 0. Let's look at the accolades. Wayne made 6 Pro Bowls and Ward made 4. Wayne earned 1 team AP All-Pro selection and 2 second-team selections. Ward earned 3 consecutive second-team All-Pro selections, but never made the first team. Wayne also owns that 2007 receiving title. Ward's trophy case does contain something Wayne's does not, a Super Bowl MVP. That is a major individual accomplishment, and we cannot pretend otherwise. But Ward's Super Bowl performance is also the centerpiece of his team success argument. Counting the same game at full strength in 2 different categories would be like charging somebody twice for the same stadium hot dog. And once is already expensive enough. Team All-Pro selection and the only league receiving title. Ward's 3 straight second-team All-Pro selections make this much closer than the Pro Bowl total suggests, but Wayne's resume reaches slightly higher. Accolades also goes to Wayne. Team success. Hines Ward played in 3 Super Bowls and won 2. Reggie Wayne played in 2 and won 1. But championships are team accomplishments, so we need to determine what each receiver actually contributed. Wayne was excellent in the postseason. Across 21 career playoff games, he caught 93 passes for 1,254 yards and 9 touchdowns. His 221-yard performance against Denver remains one of the greatest playoff games ever produced by a wide receiver. Ward played 3 fewer playoff games and nearly matched Wayne's totals. He finished with 88 catches for 1,181 yards and 10 touchdowns in 18 postseason games. That gives Ward the advantage in receiving yards per playoff game and touchdowns per game. And then there was the Super Bowl that he lit it up. Ward caught 5 passes for 123 yards, ran for another 18, and caught the game-clinching 43-yard touchdown from Antoine Randall. Ben Roethlisberger completed 9 passes in the entire game. Ward caught 5 of them. When Pittsburgh needed offense, the strategy was apparently locate Hines Ward and hope something productive happens. Wayne deserves credit for scoring a touchdown in Indy's Super Bowl victory. He was also a major contributor throughout one of the most successful stretches any NFL franchise has experienced. But Ward has the additional championship, the additional Super Bowl appearance, better postseason production on a per-game basis, and a Super Bowl MVP. Team success goes to Hines Ward. Longevity. Both players played 14 seasons. Ward actually appeared in 6 more regular season games than Wayne, so this category is not about who remained on an NFL roster longer. It's about who remained highly productive longer. Ward recorded 6 1,000-yard seasons, and Wayne recorded 8. Wayne produced 7 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons from 2004 to 2010. Then came 2012. Peyton Manning was gone. Indianapolis had a new coaching staff, a new offense, and rookie Andrew Luck at quarterback. Wayne was 34 years old. He responded with 106 catches for 1,355 yards and another Pro Bowl selection. That season is critical to Wayne's argument because it proved he could still function as a number 1 receiver without Manning and without the old Colts system surrounding him. Ward remained useful late in his career, especially as a blocker and possession target, but his receiving production declined more quickly during his final 2 seasons. The difference is not enormous. Ward was durable, dependable, and played slightly more games. Wayne simply remained an elite receiving option for longer. Longevity goes to Reggie Wayne. Wayne has officially secured the matchup, 4 categories to 1. But let's take a look at legacy. This is the closest and most subjective category. If legacy simply means which player had the stronger conventional Hall of Fame resume, Wayne wins. He ranks 10th in NFL history in receiving yards and reached the finalist stage for the Pro Football Hall of Fame in each of his first 7 years of eligibility through the class of 2026. Ward has remained in the Hall of Fame conversation, but has not advanced as far in the selection process. That is a meaningful advantage for Wayne. But legacy should not become production and accolades wearing a fake mustache. We are measuring a player's imprint on his franchise, his position, and the way football remembers him. And nobody played wide receiver quite like Hines Ward. He retired as Pittsburgh's all-time leader in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. He became the defining blocking receiver of his generation. His physical style was so recognizable and occasionally so violent that a restriction on high blindside blocks became commonly known as the Hines Ward rule. Having a rule informally named after you is certainly one way to influence the sport. Wayne's legacy is precision, route running, consistency, the gold standard for operating within a complex passing offense. Ward's legacy is broader and stranger. He represents a completely different idea of what a receiver can contribute. Steelers fans do not remember his catches. They remember the third down conversions, the blocks, the smile after the blocks, and the uncomfortable realization that he appeared to be enjoying all of it. Wayne has the stronger statistical and Hall of Fame case. Ward left the more distinctive positional fingerprint. By the narrowest margin of the entire comparison, legacy goes to Hines Ward. Final verdict? Production, Reggie Wayne. Peak, Reggie Wayne. Accolades, Reggie Wayne. Team success, Hines Ward. Longevity, Reggie Wayne. and legacy Hines Ward. The final score, Reggie Wayne 4 categories to 2. The score looks comfortable, but the actual comparison was not. Hines Ward was the better blocker, the more versatile football player, and the stronger postseason performer on a per-game basis. He won 2 championships, delivered a Super Bowl MVP performance, and created a style of receiver that remains instantly recognizable. But Wayne was the superior pure receiver. He generated more catches, substantially more yardage, and greater downfield value. His best 3-year stretch was more productive, his regular season honors were stronger, and he remained an elite receiving option deeper into his career, even after the quarterback and offensive system that helped define him were gone. Hines Ward could hurt a defense in more different ways. Reggie Wayne hurt defenses more consistently through primary responsibility of the position, getting open, catching passes, and creating receiving yards. Evidence over emotion. The verdict goes to Reggie Wayne. But now it's your turn. How much value should blocking carry when we compare wide receivers? And did Hines Ward deserve the legacy category, or should Wayne's statistical standing and Hall of Fame resume have made the final score 5-1? Let me know in the comments. And for the next episode, let us know who you want us to cover. Every legend has a rival. I'll see you in the next one.